Hello folks, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm, where my addiction is all over the internet. On this channel, do book hauls, book reviews, both digital, physical, audio books, and so much more. So I finished Lilian Jackson Braun, the cat who played Brahms. This is the I believe the fifth book in the series. And so I did a halfway point review of this book, like I'm starting to do with all the books that I start reading, like, oh, I'm going to do a halfway point review and all that jazz. So in this one, Quiller and the cats are going down below, or not down below, but like up to Moose County, which will later on become where Quillerin is mainly at through most of the series, up until the death of the author. So he meets up with his Aunt Franny, who's not really his aunt. It's more of like, she's somebody that, essentially was a friend of his, and a friend of his mother, and everything. And so he's intending to spend 2 months there, and nothing is going to deter him from doing this. we like his motivation in this book. And there's a lot of stuff that happens that Quiller is not exactly comfortable with. The idea that you don't lock your doors, the fact that there's some weird people, just a whole bunch of different things. And we are introduced to a lot of characters that we are going to see a lot of in the next several books. All in all, I enjoyed it. It was sad when Aunt Franny died. Aunt Franny dies in this book, which leads up to how Quiller ends up living in this county. We also, so getting a little bit more back into the book, we're introduced to a handyman named Tom who drives a blue truck. Blue trucks are a common thing in this part of America, and he's kind of slow, and there is someone who takes advantage of that. And I feel really bad for the poor man because he was among the many people that Aunt Franny promised money to, which I don't think makes her a good person. I really don't. I really don't. I don't think Aunt Franny was a good person. And it was the promise of the money that led to her death, led to her being murdered. And it's kind of a lesson to a lot of people, like, don't promise people stuff and then they find out that you're not going to do it. You might end up dead. It's labeled as like, when they have the obit and everything, it's like, oh, she died in her sleep. No, she was murdered. And Tom committed suicide, which is a sad end to the poor guy. But yes, I do blame Aunt Fanny for her own death, because, you don't go around promising money to people. Some people take it personally. But Tom was just slow, and he was a sad character. Like I said before, overall, enjoying the book a lot. I'm ready. I cannot wait to read the next one. So, speaking of, those are all the Lilian Jackson Braun books that I checked out from the library. No, I did not go to the library. I am considering going to the library tomorrow. I am off for the weekend. I saw that in the previous video of like why I'm off. So I'm going to go to the library tomorrow, and I will be returning 3 books and getting that fantasy book that I saw. But I will be seeing if they have any other Lilian Jackson Braun books, and if they do, I'll pick it up. I want to pick up book 8, if possible, because I've got on Kindle, I've got books 1 through 7, but I don't have book 8, and I just don't want to spend the money on book 8. Not until next time that I get paid. All right. So the next book that I will be reading, the next library book I will be reading, is going to be The Chocolate Cat Caper. I actually checked it out from the library as a digital copy as well, because, as everyone knows, I like to take my books to work. I read this book back when I first moved down here, so I don't remember who the killer is. I don't remember the characters, the situations, anything. So this is going to be a reread. I'm very happy about that. So yeah. All right. Before I go, I'd like to let everyone know I gave this book 5 stars. All right. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.